protecting our kids as best as we can and also understanding the role that they play in this really historical family.
Prince Harry has finally snapped, and for good reason. According to bombshell claims, Meghan may have a secret love child named Charlie, and Harry just found out. The rumors have been swirling for years, but now things are getting way too real. We're talking hidden DNA tests, and a family crisis that could shake the palace to its core. Who is this mysterious Charlie? And why is Harry losing his mind after getting those results? Join us as we dig into the explosive truth, the lies and the chaos no one in the royal family wants you to hear. DNA test allegations and a personal crisis. From the very beginning, this story exploded like a royal bombshell. Prince Harry secretly ordering a DNA test to find out if Archie was really his son? That wasn't just juicy gossip. It was a royal crisis that rocked the very core of the family. The pressure on Harry was unreal. Meghan was furious, and little Archie was unknowingly caught in the middle of the chaos. The palace never confirmed anything, but that didn't stop the rumors. In fact, it only made them spread faster. The idea that Harry might actually question his own child's identity left people speechless. It sounded insane, almost too shocking to be real. But insiders say Harry didn't rush into it. Just the thought of doubting his son tore him up. No father wants to go there, especially not someone constantly living under the world's microscope. But with the media pushing non-stop, whispers flying from inside the palace and the noise getting louder by the day, something snapped. And that was the moment everything started to unravel. Keep watching, because this is just the beginning. Eventually, the pressure became so heavy that Harry reportedly gave in. He arranged for a secret DNA test to be done away from the public eye, quietly, without Meghan or anyone else knowing. The aim was simple, and that was to silence the rumors and clear the air. But then, things got worse. The first DNA test didn't provide clear answers. Instead of a straightforward yes or no, the results didn't prove that Archie was Harry's son. And for Harry, instead of being relieved by the result, it only deepened his worries. It was like walking into a fog with no clear path. That moment was a turning point. Harry, who had always been confident in his family and his role, suddenly found himself struggling with doubt and fear. Those feelings are hard enough for anyone, but under the weight of royal expectation and global attention, they became overwhelming. Some reports say Harry's emotional state worsened so much that he even considered breaking up with Meghan. But then, after a period of deep turmoil, Harry reversed course. He decided not to go through with the annulment. Whether this was because of love, loyalty, or the realization that the rumors were baseless, no one knows for sure. What is clear is that the experience left Harry emotionally scarred. Meanwhile, Meghan found herself in a painful and difficult position. To hear rumors that your husband might doubt your child, Meghan publicly denied the allegations and the idea of any DNA test. She spoke out quietly but firmly, insisting the rumors were false and hurtful. Her denial was more than just words. It was a mix of anger, sadness, and frustration. Meghan had faced an uphill battle joining the royal family. She dealt with relentless media criticism, public scrutiny, and constant rumors. This DNA test story added a whole new level of personal pain. For Meghan, it wasn't just about protecting her family's honor. It was about protecting her own identity, her love for Harry, and her role as a mother. The idea that anyone could question Archie's parentage was an attack on everything she valued. Although Harry and Meghan never publicly talked about the DNA test rumors, the rumor changed how people saw them. Some people believed the rumors were planted by people inside the palace who wanted to hurt them. Others thought the media took a small piece of gossip and turned it into a huge scandal. Whatever the truth, the rumors did their damage. The story of the DNA test made Harry look paranoid to some, and it made Meghan look like she was fighting a losing battle against powerful forces. For many, the story was hard to believe. For others, it explained a lot about why the couple stepped away from royal duties. These are not the only damages the rumor did. Keep watching. According to insiders, it was revealed that Harry has never been the same after the secret DNA. Those close to him say he became more private and protective of his family. It was also revealed that Meghan became more cautious. The pressure and attacks made her more determined to protect her family, but also more isolated from the royal circle. This personal crisis, whether based on truth or rumors, showed a side of royal life no one usually sees. It showed the toll of rumors, mistrust, and the struggle to hold a family together under the harshest spotlight. In the end, the story of the DNA test stayed in the shadows. It's a mystery that no one fully explains and a secret locked behind palace walls. But it also changed everything for Harry and Meghan. It was a moment when doubt and fear almost tore them apart. It's a reminder that behind the fairy tale, real people face real struggles. As this story unfolds, we'll see how this crisis affected not just their relationship, but their whole lives, their choices, their future, and the way the world saw them. Fallout, mistrust, and an unfinished story. The moment those DNA test rumors hit the public, the fallout was immediate and intense. Whether the story was true or just wild gossip, it spread everywhere. On social media, in tabloids, on morning talk shows, even late-night TV. People couldn't stop talking about it. The rumor had everything including royalty, secret tests, family drama. It was like a soap opera unfolding in real life, and the world was glued to the screen. But what happened next wasn't just about headlines or rumors. It was about how those whispers started to change everything, especially for Prince Harry. Before the rumors, Harry was seen as one of the more grounded members of the royal family. Sure, he was sometimes a little rebellious, but most people liked him. He had a sense of humor, a charm, and a clear love for his family. But after the DNA test story took off, Harry's image shifted, at least in the eyes of many. Not quite long after the rumor, Harry was described as paranoid, suspicious, and withdrawn. Some people said he was obsessed with protecting himself and his family from attacks, so much so that he trusted almost no one anymore. The man who once joked openly about royal life now seemed tense and on edge. These descriptions didn't come out of nowhere. Insiders close to Harry revealed that the experience left deep emotional scars. They said he became more isolated, cutting off friends and family who he thought might be involved in spreading rumors. It was like a wall went up around him. And not just an ordinary wall, but a wall made of mistrust and fear. At the same time, Meghan wasn't immune to the fallout either. For her, the rumors were not just painful, they were brutal. Imagine hearing people question your loyalty, your honesty, and the very child you love. Remember, Meghan had always faced tough scrutiny. Joining the royal family was supposed to be a happy moment, but from day one, she dealt with harsh criticism. Now, with the DNA rumors swirling, it felt like a storm she couldn't escape. Headlines accused her of everything from hiding secrets to being dishonest. Some articles even suggested she was part of a plot to destroy the royal family from within. The attacks were relentless, and, for her, the rumors about the DNA test were a personal blow, a blow to her integrity and her family. The biggest thing to understand is this: Harry and Meghan never directly addressed these rumors in public. They never confirmed or denied the DNA test story in interviews, speeches, or official statements. Instead, they stayed silent. That's not all. For some fans, their silence was painful. They wanted to believe in Harry and Meghan's version of the story, but without answers, it was hard. For others, the silence confirmed their suspicions that they thought the rumors might be true after all. But there's a deeper side to this silence. Sometimes, not answering is a way to protect yourself. Harry and Meghan likely knew that engaging with the rumors could only make things worse. They probably realized that any public discussion would fuel the media fire and give more life to the gossip. So instead, they chose privacy. They held on to their story quietly, keeping their family shielded from the public eye as much as possible. Although their approach to the rumor wasn't easy, keeping such a huge secret weighs heavily on anyone. It can cause frustration, loneliness, and even more mistrust. But for Harry and Meghan, it seemed like the only way to keep moving forward. What was clear was that the DNA test story left a mark. It changed the way Harry and Meghan moved through the world. It made them more cautious, more protective of their son Archie, and more determined to control their own story. Even years later, the shadow of those rumors lingers. People still talk about them quietly, and the mystery remains part of the public conversation about Harry and Meghan. But behind all the headlines and speculation, the real story is about two people trying to hold their family together amid doubt and mistrust. It's about the cost of living a life so public that every private moment feels like it's under a microscope. What really happened with the DNA test? How did it affect Harry and Meghan's relationship? And how did it change the way they saw themselves and their place in the world? The love story with growing shadows. From the moment Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship became public, it was clear this wasn't going to be your typical royal romance. The headlines lit up in late 2016 when Harry confirmed they were dating. And suddenly, Meghan, an American actress from Suits, became one of the most talked about women on the planet. People called it a modern fairy tale, a symbol of progress for the royal family, and a love story the monarchy hadn't seen before. Meghan wasn't a traditional royal bride by any stretch. She was divorced, biracial, outspoken, and had built her own career before stepping into the royal spotlight. For many around the world, especially younger people and minority communities, Meghan represented change. She made the centuries-old British monarchy look more relatable, more inclusive, or so it seemed in those early days. In 2018, when Harry and Meghan tied the knot inside St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle, millions watched from every corner of the globe. The ceremony blended centuries of royal tradition with moments that felt fresh and deeply personal. There was a gospel choir. There was a powerful sermon from an American bishop about love and unity. Meghan wore a simple, elegant Givenchy gown, and Harry looked visibly emotional waiting for her at the altar. In those early months, the couple appeared to be living out a dream. Royal tours, official engagements, charity projects, and everything was going according to plan. The British press ran glowing headlines. People celebrated how Meghan was bringing new energy to the family. But quietly, behind the palace walls, not everyone was as enthusiastic. You can say this was the beginning of her crisis. Keep watching. Reports started trickling out about clashes between Meghan and royal staff, about how she didn't always follow the unspoken rules of royal life. Insiders whispered about tension between Meghan and Prince William's wife, Kate Middleton, and awkwardness between the brothers themselves. Most of the public didn't know it at the time, but trouble was brewing. Then came the constant media attention. And by constant, we mean non-stop. Meghan faced an intense, often cruel spotlight from the British tabloids. Stories questioned everything about her, including her family, her work ethic, her relationship with palace staff, and even the way she held her baby bump during her pregnancy. Every little move Meghan made was picked apart. Harry, having lost his mother to a relentless press in 1997, became fiercely protective. He issued rare public statements condemning the media's treatment of Meghan, calling it racist, sexist, and dangerous. Behind the scenes, it was taking a toll. Sources later claimed Meghan struggled with her mental health during her first pregnancy. The royal system, with its strict expectations and never complain, never explain attitude, offered little support. And Harry was caught in the middle, torn between loyalty to his wife and duty to the crown. Fortunately, in 2019, the couple welcomed their first child, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. The world expected the usual royal fanfare, like photos on the hospital steps, public christenings, and a steady stream of family portraits. But Harry and Meghan chose to do things differently. They skipped the traditional post-birth photos outside the hospital. They kept the christening private, and Archie didn't receive a royal title. To some, these choices seemed modern and understandable. To others, it felt like they were snubbing royal tradition. The British tabloids, unsurprisingly, weren't happy. Stories about the couple's rule-breaking behavior piled up, while tensions with other royal family members reportedly worsened. According to royal insiders, after the birth of Archie, Harry and Meghan's relationship with Prince William and Kate grew distant. Public appearances became noticeably awkward. Rumors about disagreements and icy silences at royal events made the rounds. Royal aides began anonymously leaking unflattering details to the press, blaming Meghan for upsetting the royal household's balance. By the end of 2019, something unexpected happened. Stay glued. We are about to reveal it. In January 2020, Harry and Meghan made a shocking announcement that they would be stepping back as senior royals. The statement shared on Instagram said they plan to split their time between the UK and North America, become financially independent, and carve out a new role for themselves. It was unprecedented because no senior royal couple had done anything like it in modern times. The news dominated headlines around the world. The Queen was reportedly blindsided. The royal family scrambled to hold crisis meetings, known as the Sandringham Summit, to figure out what to do. After tense negotiations, the couple officially stepped down from their duties. They gave up their His and Her Royal Highness titles, repaid public funds used to renovate their UK home, and agreed not to represent the Queen in any capacity. In the spring of 2020, Harry and Meghan relocated to Montecito, California, an upscale, celebrity-filled neighborhood near Santa Barbara. They bought a sprawling mansion, launched their own media company, signed multi-million-dollar deals with Netflix and Spotify, and began speaking out about mental health, racism, and the importance of controlling your own narrative. That's not all. On the surface, it seemed like a fresh start. Away from the palace, away from the tabloids, they could finally build the life they wanted for themselves and their son. But if anyone thought leaving the royal family would end the public's obsession with Harry and Meghan, they were wrong. After they left their royal titles, public interest in the couple only intensified. People wanted to know everything: why they left, what their relationships with the other royals were like, how they were raising Archie, and what might come next. Every move they made was secretly scrutinized. After they left the palace, one topic in particular kept popping: questions about Archie's upbringing, his relationship with the royal family, and the reasons he was so rarely seen in public was the headline of debate both online and in the media. Also, the absence of official photos, holiday cards, and family portraits with Archie also fueled public speculation. Although some royal watchers insisted it was about privacy, others suspected deeper reasons. And this is where our story begins to shift. Archie's mysterious absence from public. From the very beginning, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor was different. The moment Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced his birth in May 2019, the royal family and the public knew this child wouldn't be raised like the others. There was no immediate grand balcony photo, no traditional royal debut outside the hospital steps, like William and Kate did with George, Charlotte, and Louis. Instead, Harry and Meghan shared just a brief controlled photo op at Windsor Castle, with a tiny glimpse of the new royal baby cradled in his mother's arms, while his proud father stood beside them. From then on, Archie practically vanished from the royal spotlight. While other royal children appeared at Trooping the Colour, Christmas church services at Sandringham, and posed in official family portraits, Archie was nowhere to be seen. Royal fans, tabloid writers, and social media users all started asking the same question: where is Archie? And more importantly, why was he being kept so hidden? At first, the explanation seemed simple. Harry and Meghan often cited security concerns. The couple claimed they wanted to protect their son from the relentless cameras and headlines that had followed Harry for his entire life. In interviews, Meghan spoke about the dangers of social media trolls and tabloid cruelty, suggesting she didn't want Archie growing up under the same harsh glare she and Harry endured. And honestly, most people understood that. In today's world, famous people often keep their kids off social media and away from cameras. It's not unusual. Celebrities from Adele to Ryan Gosling have done the same. So at first, it made sense. But as time passed, something about the situation began to feel off. What could that be? Keep watching. Remember that the British royal family thrives on tradition, and one big part of that tradition is including royal children in public life from a young age. Prince George attended his first royal event before his first birthday. Princess Charlotte was photographed leaving the hospital within hours of her birth. Even Prince Louis, now known for his cheeky balcony waves, was included in events as a toddler. Traditionally, that's how it's always been until Archie was born. For Meghan and Harry, months turned into years, and Archie's absence started to seem deliberate. Every royal event came and went without a sign of him. There were no birthday portraits shared by the palace, no charming snapshots from royal photographers. Even in the Christmas cards which Meghan and Harry occasionally released privately, Archie's face is always distant and at times invisible. It wasn't just fans and royal commentators who noticed. Some experts claimed these little signs hinted at bigger, unspoken issues. A theory began to spread maybe Archie's absence wasn't just about security. Maybe there was a deeper, more personal reason the public wasn't being told. At first, the speculation was innocent enough. Some believed Meghan and Harry simply wanted a normal life for Archie in California, far from royal protocols. Others thought they might be shielding him due to health reasons, perhaps allergies or developmental challenges, although no credible evidence ever supported those rumors. But over time, the whispers turned darker. On social media, some users suggested that Archie's absence was being used to avoid questions about his place in the royal family. Rumors began to circulate about tensions within the palace. Was Archie excluded from certain events by senior royals? Was his title, or lack, of one causing conflict? Keep watching. Remember, the British tabloids are always eager for a royal scandal, and now they found the perfect headline. Their headlines questioned why Meghan and Harry were so secretive about Archie's upbringing. Paparazzi also tried to capture images of him playing at public parks in Montecito. Some outlets even suggested that Meghan and Harry's strained relationship with the royal family had spilled over to their son. Was Archie being punished, they wondered, for his parents' decision to leave royal duties behind? And as Meghan and Harry began opening up in interviews about their experiences with racism inside the palace, public interest in Archie only grew. People wanted to see the child at the center of so much controversy. Today, Archie remains largely out of the public eye. Occasional grainy paparazzi photos surface from time to time, showing a young boy with red hair, much like his father's. But official appearances are practically non-existent. And while Meghan and Harry continue to speak publicly about their struggles with the royal family, they stay mostly silent about Archie. In a world where every other royal child has grown up in front of cameras, his absence continues to puzzle fans and fuel online debates. Is it about security? Is it about royal titles? Or, as some believe, is there a deeper family issue at play that nobody's willing to admit out loud? Thank you for staying with us. Kindly drop a word of encouragement for Prince Harry in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, click the following video on your screen, and you will enjoy it.